There's a short, narrow creek at the edge of my college campus that my friends and I have been dying to explore. This creek is only about a few hundred feet long and only reaches about a foot deep at some points. This narrow body of water is home to mosquito fish, mollies, and even some guppies. Our goal for today is to catch as many fish as possible with the intent of releasing them, but be sure to stay tuned because we do get a visit from an unexpected guest. Once we got to the creek, we were quickly greeted by this little spoonbill. A lot of times students will actually mistake this bird for a flamingo, but these guys are spoonbills. They are a lot shorter than flamingos and have a very unique beak. Once we were done looking at all the surrounding wildlife, we began searching for fish. And not gonna lie, for the first 30 minutes, it was getting really frustrating. We couldn't seem to find anything, and even if we did, the second we put the net in, they would kind of just bolt away. The water was really murky, it was really hard to see even with the flashlight, and these fish are so fast that it's nearly impossible to catch them with one swoop of the net. And even though it was taking us a while to catch our first fish, we did have a tank set up right behind us to place anything that we caught inside of it. But after endless tries and no success, we decided to go to Plan B. So our next idea was to just dip the GoPro under the surface of the water and kind of just check out where they were hiding and where they were bolting off to when we would place the net in the water. And by doing this, we got a feel for the nooks and crannies and the caves that they were kind of hiding in. And once we reviewed the footage, we decided it was time to try again with the net. So I didn't catch it on video, but the first two catches that we did get were these two little minnows. I believe these are two mosquito fish, and they're juveniles. And it wasn't until shortly after we caught these guys that we got our first catch of the day. This is a sailfin molly, a female sailfin molly. We could tell this because her dorsal fin is significantly shorter in length and in height compared to the males. These fish are very abundant within this creek. They're one of the most popular ones that we will catch today, and this is also an adult form of the sailfin molly. This is about as large as they will get. And shortly after catching that sailfin molly, we were catching more with no issues at all. You can even see in this video, I caught another one. And I'm almost positive that this was another sailfin molly, another female also, because they do not have that longer, taller dorsal fin that the males would. And at this point, the tank did have very low visibility just because of all the dirt that I had emptied inside the tank after all the other catches. But you could see at the edge, this is clearly another female sailfin molly. And I did mention earlier that we did get an unexpected visit from a guest, and that is when this happens. So we were continuing to look for more fish, and we decided that it would be a good idea to put the GoPro in the water one more time just to get another feel for where the fish were hiding. I had my entire hand fully submerged under the water with this GoPro, and as I was doing this, we both saw a bright orange snake slither right past my arm. And once we saw this, I immediately pulled my hand right out of the water. Both of us were so scared for our lives. There were actually people around us that were taking graduation photos, and we both let out the loudest screams. And being that we were at such a small creek looking for minnows, we weren't exactly expecting to see such an exotic looking snake slither right past my hand. So it did take us a few minutes to recollect ourselves before we began trying again. And the best part of it all is that when you look back at the footage, you can clearly see this snake jump right into the water. We have no idea how neither of us noticed this. And once we got over our fears, we quickly got back to netting more fish and instantly got another one. We had really good success with catching these fish, but we did want to try and catch at least a male sailfin molly or a different species of fish. But finally we did catch this male sailfin molly. You could tell because his dorsal fin is a lot larger in height and in length. It's a little bit scrunched up in this video, but if he did fully extend it, you could see it would be a lot larger than the female's dorsal fin.
Maybe a little bit further. Yeah.
And finally, we decided to give it one more go with the net in hopes of catching a completely different species, and we did have success. So here you could see we actually caught a striped killifish. This is a male striped killifish because he has the vertical bars along his body compared to the female that would have horizontal bars. This was my favorite catch of the day because I wasn't exactly expecting it, but I do love killifish, so it was really cool to catch this guy. And right before releasing these guys back into the creek, I decided to stick the GoPro inside of the tank and just show one last up-close view of all of them. And this is us saying our final goodbyes to all of those fish that we caught. Overall though, it was a really successful day. We caught a really nice variety of fish, even if it was at the expense of an exotic snake jump scare. I'm beyond lucky to have a beautiful campus like this with an abundance of wildlife to explore. I totally recommend getting out there and exploring all the nature that surrounds you. If you do decide to do this, remember to return everything to its home and only leave behind footprints. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and thank you for watching.